Welcome to the middle of the work week. Surprise, Mary's here.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesdays are a reminder to take a pause and reset for the rest of the week. Yeah.
And if so far you've had an overwhelming week, don't worry, stay right there. You're in luck. We have a sprinkle of color and loads of cheese to add to your day.
Too much cheese, I believe. Wake Up Nigeria is the show, and we have been licensed to bring you mind-blowing content, specially thought out just for you.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. Yeah, get in there. It's actually great to be back. I feel a little refreshed. Took a break yesterday.
Good
but
for
I'm
you.
back,
Good for you.
Feeling good. And that lipstick is giving, girl. You don't usually do lipstick this color, but it's working. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
All right. Now, my name is Titilayo Onyison.
And my name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Now, remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms, just so you can be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
And of course, you can watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world. We have a mobile app you can download. Google Play, iOS, no matter what you're using on your device, we are right there, no stress.
Yes, you can also watch us on GOTV channel 16, I believe.
Yeah.
And on UHF band 49, okay? So, yes.
For some reason, some people are not following us on social media yet.
I know.
don't know why.
Hi.
But the handle is across board at TVC Connect.
That's right. So let's tell you what we have in store for you on the show this morning, okay? So we'll kick off with the relationship segment, looking at the rise and impact of non-commitment in relationships with Olatun Ayola. She is a relationship and marriage counselor, a sex therapist, and life coach. Born into a lineage of traditional arts and entertainment, Oba Ogunlanu is an all-round entertainer, and he will be thrilling us to his latest single. Looking forward to that.
Next, we have Ambassador Dr. Edward Olutoke. He is a chronic lover of sports, a consummate writer, and social entrepreneur. He's also the president and founder of the Above 50 Sports Limited, promoters of sports above 50 worldwide.
Finally joining us on the couch is Dricos Volchank, is one of South Africa's top actors and has worked on over 60 films, television and theater productions, both locally and internationally. We'll be having a conversation with him shortly. Fingers crossed for that one.
All righty. Yeah.
All this talk about professionals, and I'm thinking of Elon Musk.
Really? You want to start talking about Elon now? There's never enough time.
I don't know, because when we talk about Twitter, people love using Twitter. In fact, Threads came about, and people thought, oh, Threads is going to take people from Twitter. But then Threads was just turned out to be like a fad. Because people went right back to Twitter, or were still managing their
So I actually think what Threads did was actually very strategic. They proved that there can be an alternative to Twitter.
Yes.
Which what I think Mark was after in the first place. And he's done it in such a way that if you've opened up a Threads, the only way you can deactivate it is if you deactivate your Instagram. Did you know that?
Some people said they found ways around it.
Are you serious? I don't think. I wouldn't risk it.
Exactly.
I wouldn't risk it.
I'm not taking that
But
risk.
then again, I think it could still be a publicity stunt because his space program is called SpaceX.
Yes.
So him putting X on Twitter could just be to, bring people's eyes to that X brand and all that. And then he'll just change it back later. Maybe just to remind people that Twitter still exists. And the reason why they love the name Twitter, he just did this.
So people need to remember that it's a business. SpaceX is a business.
Yeah, sure.
When we talk about, rich people, there's that eccentricity. You know you can afford to do crazy things, make choices that nobody can question. So allow Elon, allow him have his fun. If you don't like it, leave the platform. And the truth is, I doubt many people will leave the platform.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Time for the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashua Alimi. Now we begin from Nigeria's Commercial Nerve Center, Lagos, where yesterday officials of the Nigerian Correctional Service and operatives of the Department of State Services engaged in a face-off over the custody of the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. This happened shortly after Justice Nicholas Oebo of the Federal High Court in Lagos admitted Mr. Emefiele to bail in the sum of 20 million naira. In this report, TVC News' Kemi Fola-Adeyemo walks us through the tussle between both federal agencies.
Godwin Emefiele was brought in at about 9:20 a.m. to the court premises for the first time since his arrest by the DSS on June the 10th. He pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of alleged illegal possession of a shotgun and live ammunition punishable under the Firearms Act of 2004. He survived the first hurdle when Justice Owebo granted his request to argue his bail application, despite objections by the lead counsel for the federal government, Ikiruka Jones-Nebel, prosecuting the case on the grounds that she hadn't seen the court documents to enable her file a response. The defense counsel, Joseph Daudu, SAN, had told the court that the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation had been served with the documents since last week. After granting him bail, the judge granted the defense request that Mr. Emefiele be moved out of the DSS custody to the Nigeria Corrections Facility, pending the fulfillment of his bail conditions. But the DSS refused to leave and even beefed up its presence around the court premises. The corrections officers, who also stormed the court in their numbers to effect the order, stood their ground, leading to a rowdy tussle. Some DSS operatives even roughed up a senior prisons commander and tore his shirt buttons in the process. In the end, the corrections officials left the court premises, leaving the defendants with the DSS.
There's a subsisting order of court saying that he should be kept with the correctional center should we not be able to fulfill bail conditions. But at the moment, the correctional center have parked their vehicle, the DSS have positioned close by them. So I hope you'll be all around to watch whether there's a stalemate. But should they prevent the court order from being fulfilled, that is another kettle of fish that we will have to interrogate in due course.
The DSS, through its lawyer in the court earlier in the day, had said that they wanted to keep him within their custody pending investigation on further alleged offences. But the court would have none of that argument and rather ordered, on the strength of the defense counsel, that he be taken away from the DSS custody after 46 days with them in detention to the regular corrections facility. But now, as we see, despite that order, Mr. Emefiele has been arrested. We also understand that the defense counsel is not objecting at this stage. Between now and the next adjourned date, that will also form part of the proceedings for the day, talking about the legality or otherwise of the DSS latest actions.
Outside Nigeria, heat waves have continued across much of Greece, with maximum temperatures in many of the tourist locations around the mid-30 degrees centigrade. Now, this has created the dry conditions needed to allow fires like the ones which have taken hold in Rhodes. A scientific study says heat waves in Europe and the US in July would have been virtually impossible without human-induced climate change. Climate change meant the heat wave in southern Europe was 2.5 degrees Celsius hotter. The study finds that global warming from burning fossil fuels also made the heat wave affecting parts of China 50 times more likely. More evacuation flights are taking place as wildfires continue to grip the Greek island of Rhodes. That's about it on the news updates for this hour on Wake Up Nigeria. There is so much more to come on the show. Thank you for joining us. To stay with us. All right.
Exactly. Why is that always our opening line?
That's the second time you and I are using it together today. Okay.
There has been a sad, unfortunate trend of cases where we've noted women doing very, very hurtful things to other women, especially on social media. It was brought to our attention, there was a post online about a TikToker who decided to share her fertility journey. I think in Nigeria, there are some things that our parents tell us that we should not do. Yes. Don't talk about this, don't talk about that. And it kind of, boils down to the fact that it feels like, there are always some people that are always out to get you for some reason or the other. So, as she shared online recently, apparently she shared the fact that she was having challenges
with fertility
challenges, and a woman actually reached out to her husband, offering her services, trying to help provide him with the child he was so desperately looking for with his wife.
Apparently, the woman sent the message that she can even give him a son. As per, you know,
like, it's not just a normal child.
He needs a hair. So, yeah, she's not just a normal child. Like, I guess I'm normal, seriously.
No realized.
I'm trying to think of what was going through the woman's head when she was sending this message. Was it just, I don't know, was it just something she thought was, you know, fun and games? Was she looking for money? Was she looking for clout? What exactly did she expect was going to happen?
So on the one hand, there are people who say, oh, TMI, that maybe the lady said too much about her personal life. That's what influencing is about, sharing your personal life to influence other people, to encourage other people that are going through the same challenges. So I'm not quite sure if that counts. But whether or not, how you did not offer the woman your services.
Like, you offered it to the man.
To the man, like you tracked the man down, then reached out to him, then sent him a message and said, Oga, I can help you with another child.
This is a Nigerian story, right?
Exactly. It's not even a foreign story. Winfrey, we are listening. This all your
laughter.
What are you listening to? No, the truth is, see, the world we're living in now is crazy. It's like you guys don't know the extent of the craziness, right? Because the truth is, even these things happen in real life. So now these are the few instances we literally happen to just see here and there and all of that. And then with the whole woman dragging woman thing, it's not a today thing. It's something that even happens like daily as we live. And also, because I remember having a conversation with a friend talking about how, the infidelity of men, or how men misbehave, and all of that, like different things. And the truth is, somehow, it still boils down to the other woman.
Exactly.
No, exactly. Do you understand? So I'm like, and it's not as if they don't know. Yeah. Do you understand? And the whole general woman's nastiness to other women is just something that I also believe has to do with the person, the individual, right? I don't believe every woman is nasty to every woman, but I just believe there's just certain women that really, you know, that whole, they say, you know how they generally say it now, fine, there's a jealousy, an unmentioned jealousy amongst women. I just think,
or rivalry.
Rivalry, exactly.
Rivalry.
I just think it's something that is a personal thing. It's honestly a personal thing.
So, but how do you, as a woman, reach out to somebody else's husband?
No. That one is not even the thing I can't believe.
I'll actually say this. You know how sometimes I've listened to some messages and sometimes they'll say, okay, fine. When the husband you are complaining, this husband did this, husband did this, another
woman is ready to accept him like that.
Wow. Like that too. Like that. Even at a discount. At a discount. So is that terrible?
So I actually...
Discount.
Is that terrible?
So I'm thinking about the fact that, you know, we used to hear it that women like men that are packaged a certain way. But they don't recognize that men got that way because someone packaged them.
Exactly.
This, I know guys are going to come for me on this one, but the truth is,
they
will.
Why should
because
they?
in my opinion and what I was taught, even in marriage counseling, was taught to us that a woman completes a man. She makes up probably 90% of whatever that man could ever be. Even if the guy is a billionaire today, that woman can either add 90 more billion or take 90% of that billion, you know? So I feel like men also need to open their eyes and see the reality on ground that, hey, that woman that started out with you, that woman that grew with you, you need to respect.
Some of them
they need to respect
I respect my wife. Please don't bring any of our stuff to my family house.
Wow.
Or even in a situation where they'll give you everything you want just so you stay out of their business. Men know.
They know what
they know what they are up to.
But then how do they fall prey so easily?
They don't fall prey. They are the predators.
This particular guy was willing to show his wife these messages. But if he had a very close influence in his family that he had probably spoken to first, do you think that story couldn't have turned to something else? This woman is offering you something on a platter. Are you not looking for a child again? Just collect it. I've heard things like this happen before.
Have a child.
But I'm just saying, look, the way the lady offered it to him, some men might, what if, God forbid, they had just had a fight or an argument, or he was in one weird place?
Even if she just stabbed you,
Oh.
I would go that far. It's
Wow.
not a reason. No, to be honest,
I'm
whether
not
they just
saying
had a
I'm
fight
not saying it's a reason.
No,
I'm
just saying
influences in the
my
environment.
Point, you don't need an excuse. Someone says you don't need an excuse to be stupid. You want to be stupid, you will be stupid.
You will be.
And seriously, so
Exactly.
a man doesn't need an excuse to cheat, is what it is. Whether it is infertility, whether it is whatever it is, there is no excuse. So you just decide to pick the excuse and do with it what you will. But my point is like, so there is just a simple lack of discipline. That's literally, that's the case.
Online.
Back to, back to the talk of even women going after other women.
Yeah.
We've had certain, records, especially recently.
Yeah.
Within the past week, we've had
Wow.
like at least 4.
Exactly.
I know another one that is trending is the Eniola Badmos case.
Yeah,
Like, how do you stay in your home? I'm bored today. Oh, which celebrity can I destroy the
drag?
person's reputation? Okay, Eniola Badmos. I don't like the fact that she's looking so happy. Let me put it out there that she's a pimp for politicians.
Why would
Why do that? And then when it happened, Eniola now went into her DM. Like, babe, what's happening? I don't even know
I don't know you.
And then she's even like, she was even making mouth like, will you keep quiet?
Wow.
We know you very well. This is what you do.
Wow.
Eniola now decided that she was going to sue her.
Wow.
Next
Which is
thing,
the
I'm
proper
sorry,
way
ma.
to
It's
go.
not sorry anymore.
Actually.
See
This is
you
the proper way
is-
to
In
go.
the end of everything, so even in this day and time, people are just chasing clouds, and they will do
Clouds.
anything to get it, irrespective of whether it's destroying another person's reputation or lying about it. Do you understand? So, and that is it. So, yeah, things like that, they need to actually pay for it. Yeah, go to court, sue her, let her spend the rest of her life paying.
There's still the
paying that.
Antonia Okorie versus Uche Elendu. That was one you also mentioned.
Yeah,
that was
I mean,
quite interesting.
recently,
Chioma.
no Chioma and
Chioma,
Davido's baby
one of
mama.
Davido's
She literally just
baby
went
mama.
on live and started dragging Chioma
Wow.
from. We were wondering. I thought Davido
know-
was the problem before. Now,
no,
just entered.
No, because maybe whenever they do stuff, Davido keeps saying my wife Chioma. So he's
know what?
vexing her that with all that I'm giving you,
Well-
you're still referring to your wife Chioma.
So now I'm not even sure how to even wrap this up, because it does feel very disheartening that women come for other women just like that. But hopefully,
Supporting women.
wow.
Abi?
We would love to hear your opinion, your thoughts on this particular matter. I don't think it's a joke. I don't think it's a funny matter. I think it's something that needs to be taken very seriously. We'd love to hear what you think. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TBC. We'll be back. Welcome back. It's time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the dailies this morning. Today is Wednesday, July 26th, 2023. We're going to start with The Guardian. Mary, of course, is sitting here with me, and we're going to look into how these dailies are affecting us on this brand new day. CBN on new route to inflation control raises interest on bank deposits. But then there are quite a few photo stories there of note. This is The Guardian newspaper. And the most, of course, alarming photograph there, a brawl between DSS operatives and the NCOS officers over custody of the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria on his trial, in the Ikoyi High Court in Lagos yesterday. And then, of course, you can see the former CBN governor there holding a KJV Bible in the photograph and being led strategically towards the court entrance there by a particular lady. Now, it also says here, DSS clashes with NCOS, rearrests Emefiele despite bail. It also says here 15,000 IVF babies delivered in 130 Nigerian clinics since 1989. And I want to touch on the photo stories you can see there. Mary, what do you think?
Oh, well, what's there to say about them? Especially the court clerk that was holding on to the CBN governor. Obviously, she was just trying to ensure that there's no delay. Because you know how
because
it can be.
you don't want to delay, of course.
The court proceedings, like,
Yes.
let's get to it. Please stay out of the way, get out of the way. We need to get in there and all. But two stories caught my either. The first one, the 15,000 IVF babies delivered in 130 Nigerian clinics since 1989. What that means is that we've had, we have an IVF baby that is at least 33 years old in Nigeria right now. And that's really amazing. It's positive news. It's encouraging for women suffering from fertility issues. And then, of course, fruits ripening with chemicals being partly responsible for untimely death. That's a warning from NAFDAC. And I find that worrisome because not only do we complain about fruits, we also talk about food products.
Yes, of course.
We talk about plantain, for example.
Yes. And of course, the non-GMO.
Ashes and and then all that is being used to ripen fruits and other products. And it's scary because you try as much as possible to live a clean life, eating healthy, and the healthy food you are consuming, they aren't actually healthy because of certain processes that the farmers and the sellers are also using to maximize profits.
There does seem to be this issue of a need to ripen food a lot quicker because of the demand.
Yeah.
And it does go to food supply and food security here in Nigeria. But of course, there's never enough time to talk about stories like that. We have to move on to the next paper we have.
That's
we have the Nation newspaper here. And the major headline is Ministers, Tinubu mauls SAN, ex-governors, technocrats, others, Senate leader, president's list ready tomorrow. Then there is a photo story here, of course. The group CEO of Extreme Media Ideas, Steve Babaeko, there with the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on a visit to the governor in Lagos yesterday. Apparently, Extreme Media won West Africa's first award for Cannes Lions advertising festival after 70 years. So now cash surge into economy forces interest rate hike. CBN raises it to 18.75%. Action will tame inflation, they say. It also says here, federal government will redirect $800 million palliatives cash. It also says here, ASU loses bid to stop Konua's registration.
I find the one that really interests me is this cash surge into the economy, as well as interest rate hike. I was talking with someone recently, and I was like, sometimes you have contact with the new Naira notes, and for a very long time, you just might not. Makes you wonder, are people hoarding it, believing that, oh, in December, it might go on, despite the fact that the president has stated that, look, both the old and the new will be running concurrently. That's worrisome, on the one hand. Now, the interest rates, yes, it's to curb inflation. But what does that do to an average business owner that is still struggling to make ends meet, to put things together? I worry for our employment force right now because it means that more people's employment will be in jeopardy. I also worry because more companies, even in Nigeria, are employing AI technology to cover up for certain deficits. Does that mean that even further jobs are going to be lost? We have a lot of questions to ask. And I do not think this interest rate hike is very helpful at this moment.
It does feel like the second, or is this the third industrial revolution is upon us?
In fact.
Yeah, that's, if you don't know your history, you need to go check up on that one. If you grab a copy of The Nation, maybe you'll be able to follow up on that story. We have with us also the Daily Times newspaper, and it says here, despite bail, ex-CBN Governor Emefiele rearrested by DSS. It also shows a photo story there. It also says federal government earmarks $500 million to transform food system. We touched on that earlier on, Mary, yes. The issue of food security is still rife there. Lawyer alleges Ogun SSG's multi-million naira deals, petitions EFCC, ICPC. Story starts there on the cover and wraps up on page 2. And right at the top here, huge row in Senate over Oshomole's looting interview. Story starts there on the cover and wraps up also on page 2.
Yeah,
there's quite a lot
one here
happening there. I honestly, Mary, I really wanted us to touch on this, but we have to go over because Winfrey has been standing by for us. But we would love to hear your opinion on some of the stories. Please use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Winnie, it's all yours, dear. Go ahead.
Thank you, and welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. I have here with me Chef Amin. Hi, Chef. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
It's your first time on the Wake Up Nigeria show.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
I feel amazing.
You feel amazing.
Yeah.
I feel amazing for you as well. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
now tell me what exactly. See, this thing is looking very simple and straight to the point, and these are the kind of foods I like. My delicious food that doesn't stress me or take my time. So tell me, what are we making today?
Okay, we're making Mogonia chicken spice with chicken sauce.
Okay.
This is actually, I like to have some kind of different taste on my meal, not taking the general jollof rice, fried rice, and kind of.
Yeah.
So, and this will not
Mongolian
Mongolian chicken sauce
chicken
rice.
sauce rice. Okay, so are we having the sauce separate, the rice separate, or we're mixing it all together?
Good. You can do all of the above. You can either serve your rice with the chicken sauce, or you mix the rice with the chicken sauce.
Oh, amazing. Okay, great. I also like me a convertible recipe. All right, so tell me what ingredients we need to bring this to life.
Okay, so our major ingredient will be the oil we're using and the sauce, which is the soy sauce, the oyster sauce, sesame oil. We have another brand of sesame oil, which is natural oil. This is blended. You can see the blended sesame.
So there's a difference. What's the difference?
Yeah, the difference is one is natural, no artificial, no coloring, no nothing. So no other ingredient except for the sesame oil. But this is blended with some other spices.
Yeah.
So we have the basmati rice, the corn flour, I need my water, the chili pepper, and my chicken.
And this is all we need to make this dish?
Yeah,
Are
under
you
45
joking?
minutes.
Oh, wow. I definitely would love to see. Now, run me through it step by step. So what do we start with? What are we doing first?
Okay, the first thing we need to do is to coat the chicken with the corn flour.
Okay.
That makes it when we want to fry, give it a kind of crispy taste.
Okay.
Then we have to put the rice on the fire.
Okay.
To be boiling aside. Then from the fire, from the oil we use in making the crispy chicken, we can turn in the chili sauce. I have my spices here. We have brown sugar. We mix all that together along that with the other liquid soys. Then we need to make what we call a cornstarch water.
Okay.
That's like a thickener.
It's like a thickener.
So that we had that at the process. Then once the chicken is done, we put it back into the sauce. We add the spices. Then we mix everything up. When the rice is ready, so like I said, you can actually serve the rice and put the sauce, or you mix the sauce with the rice.
Mix everything together. Oh, amazing. Sounds simple, straightforward. Definitely cannot wait to see what that looks and tastes like. So now tell me a little bit about yourself. Now, where did you start cooking from? What's the thing about cooking that actually makes you happy?
Okay, actually I studied business admin in University of Lagos State.
Okay.
And when I'm in 400 level, I think I have an encounter with one of your ex-hosts, Midday.
Oh, okay.
So I met her on the road and she was like, okay, guy, I have this restaurant where I do cake and I do all stuff. So, okay, fine, really, I'll come out and say hi to you. So I got there and she has an injury on her hand. So she has to tell me, bro, can you help me do some kind of a thing?
Okay.
So then I started, going there frequently and started helping her out. From there, I grabbed everything I'm learning.
Wow.
But we still fight it today because I'm never saying she's going to be my boss or not. So,
okay, amazing. That's where it all started from.
Yeah.
So now you actually own Freshie and Creamy.
And
so now tell me what that is about.
The bottom line is I actually traveled abroad to work with Qatar Foundation in the administrative office. But while I was there, the Nigerian was complaining that they don't have good food. So I told the HR that I can also cook. And the next thing I was transferred to the kitchen to work as a chef.
As a chef.
And I worked 2 years as a chef in Qatar.
Oh, nice.
And I came back to Nigeria to start my own restaurant, which is Freshie and Creamy Confectionery,
Amazing.
where I
So
cook and bake.
Okay, you cook and bake.
Generally, I'm a butcher as well.
Okay, so now let's start. So now you say you need to coat the meat with
exactly, with the corn flour.
Let's see how you do that. So now this meat is already cooked.
Okay, yeah. Why it's cooked is we have two types of chicken. You have the one you call the normal robot chicken design. It's kind of hard to cook. And what you need is like a chicken breast. What is very soft to cook. So the one I could get is a Orobo. So it's kind of a little bit hard and tender. So you need to just parboil a bit before we fry.
Okay.
So if it is the chicken breast you're using, just coat straight up because that is a very soft chicken.
Okay, it's actually soft. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So we actually just take just a little bit of this corn flour and we coat.
Just coat it.
Yeah, just like make sure everything is coated.
We don't need water.
No water, no nothing. No, nothing.
Just like that.
Yes.
Just make sure that is coated.
Exactly.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Can we use any other flours?
Yes, you can use potato flour or you use a breadcrumbs.
Oh, or breadcrumbs. Oh,
yes.
Amazing.
So this is set.
That's if I just keep it
So
aside.
yeah, I don't think I'll be needing my glove again because I have my nails clean, so I can work with my hand.
Work with your hands. Okay.
So the next thing you need to do is to get this on the
rice
around the fire
yes,
to do that while we prep for the other ones.
Okay, amazing. So let me help you turn that on.
Thank you.
Let's use this one.
This.
Yes. Right. Okay, so while we actually allow Chef Amin to actually sort all of this out, we have to go on a quick break, and when we come back, so much more still happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Do stay with us.
All right, it's time for us to have an interesting conversation, this time with Ambassador Dr. Edward Olutoke. We're going to be talking about the above 50 football competition as well as other related endeavors. How are you doing today?
I'm very good.
So good to have you here.
So good.
There's
Thank
so
you.
much to your personality, and I have to it's like opening a banana.
Yeah.
You're trying to decide which one goes
Which
down
one
first,
should be-
and then by the time you unravel it, there's still so much more
Yeah.
to come. But really, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It's
Now,
good to be here.
you as a person, you have the above 50 football enterprise, and I'm wondering, what is that about? Because
Yeah.
you think someone above 50 doing sports, like, why?
That's it. You know, thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely,
Good
our
job
pleasure.
you're doing.
Thank you.
It's our favorite every morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. And, you know, we say good morning to the viewers at home. You know, thank you for having us.
Thank
you. My name is Edward. Starting from where you left it,
Yes.
what's 50 and above doing on the pitch?
Exactly,
You know,
like-
that's really the crux of the matter. That's the issue. People believe that people above 50 should be sleeping at home.
Yes,
they should be
retirement age,
relaxing.
yeah.
You should be counting days to
Yeah.
retirement.
Yeah.
You know, and so they confine them to, you know, a certain box that you just need to give up on everything about life. And you see, that's very wrong. So too many people are dying before they die. Everybody will die someday.
Yeah.
But you see, you need to be active until you breathe your last breath. And that's what we're saying with above 50. That don't, I mean, it's our own way. It's our own way of protesting. That, you know, you treat old age like it's a disease.
Well,
You know, once you cross a certain age and, you know, they start talking to you about things you cannot do. You can't take Coca-Cola anymore. You can't you can't eat certain food. It gets to a point that they need to take you to old people's home. Because, you know, family members will begin to go their own way. Your children cannot even talk to you for more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes on the phone. Say, you know, the grandpa talks too much. You know?
Yeah.
And these were the people who were your best friends before. You know, so we treat old age as if it's a disease, yet it's not. You know, so we want people to grow old now with swags. Yes, grow old with, you know, make it look so funky. Please, I'm not, don't grandpa me. I'm still on the pitch, I'm still playing, you know. So we're saying that people above 50 can actually play professional football.
wow.
You know, and that's where we're going with this. So at 50, 55, 60, you're still selling yourself to the international market.
Yeah.
You're still part of the money-making deals,
Yeah.
you know, going on all over the world. I think that's what we want to achieve.
So
with
there's
it.
a video playing now, and I recall seeing Chioma Ajunwa.
Yeah.
And when I saw her, I was like, wait, oh, it's true. She's over 50.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Yeah, that should be me. So I'm not yet the grandpa.
you're still a young
I'm
man.
still kicking.
As
Yeah?
above 50.
I'm still kicking.
So
you know?
all of you are above 50 and you're
Everybody.
exercising. Wow.
Everybody is above 50. We do this every Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, at the police college in Kenya. They do it in Abeokuta. They do it in Abuja.
Wow.
You know, people are trained. We're just pulling people out to say, please don't kill yourself before the time comes. Everybody must die someday, but wait for death to come. But that death must catch you active. You must be alive. Do what you can do. Say that, you know, Papa is already peeing on the body. He cannot, even to election, that you cannot even lead again. It should be under 40, it should be under 50. It's not a disease. It's not my fault that I grow old, man.
So this competition that you're having, what's in it? Like, you know, Nigerians, we like motivation.
Yes,
And
yes.
so it's one thing to say, okay, I want my dad to be fit. Let him
Yeah.
sign up for above 50, for example.
yeah.
But is it like a professional football league?
Yes,
What is it like exactly?
it's a real tournament.
Professional.
Professional,
Whoa.
professional.
Okay, I'm gonna have a good
It's,
laugh.
you know, all FIFA rules will be observed.
Whoa.
11 aside, full field. You know, so,
I'm just picturing old men falling on the pitch.
so you see
I'm
people
sorry.
with big belly. You know,
And it's male and
they
female.
can, yeah, you know, male have their own,
Tournaments,
and the female have their own.
And this
team.
is a serious thing. Like, you know,
Serious,
you know
serious.
Nigerians, we like comedy a lot. This is actually serious.
This is serious.
Wow.
The gold medalist will go home with 5 million naira.
Stop it.
Yes.
I think I'm
the
53.
silver. You see, that's what we want to achieve. People are now, you know, eager to cross to 50. You see people calling you now. Say, I'm 48. Can I join? I'm 49. You know, wait.
Wait, when you are 50.
wait. So when you get to 50, come and join. You know, we're waiting for you.
Wow.
You see, so we're making now. Gone are the days when people have to doctor their ages.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to grow old.
Grow old.
You
Now
know,
you have to
you are reducing your age now, so that you can stay long, you know, in service. You don't need to do that anymore. People, in fact, people have to inflate their ages now.
To reach 50.
So because they want to participate in the competition, I say, look, me, I don't cross 50 now. Okay, come and test me. Okay, let's see your international passport. If you're already 50.
So,
you know,
as
it's
it
just
is,
exciting. Yeah.
Those playing in this particular tournament, you've already chosen them. Everybody.
Yes, clubs.
It's
Clubs are
clubs.
coming from everywhere, from Abuja, from Abeokuta. We have
There were actually clubs for this.
Of
existing.
course, of
Wow.
course. I mean, if you go to our websites now, you see all the clubs that have registered.
Wow.
You must create a club. You know, it's a community-based system.
Oh.
We just want people to gather together in communities. You know, keep fit. So while you're exercising, you're also talking about networking. You're meeting new friends, you know, you're creating friendship. You know, people are happy.
Yeah, you know, that kind of thing. See, all the 50-year-olds I know, I don't see why you're not in this one.
So don't
Even
just
if
go
you
and
can't
lock
play football.
don't go and lock yourself up inside, you know.
Wow.
So
I think this is a fantastic initiative.
No,
I must commend you for it.
Thank you.
It's more or
Thank
less
you.
like giving hope to people who are now above 50, where
That
you
is
feel,
it.
who cares about you? What? This is like a social club even.
It's a social club.
That's
It's not
amazing.
like it's a social club. You know, we're using football because of its general acceptance.
appeal, yes.
You know, football has, you know, that cultist appeal. You know, that people all over the world, they accept football.
Wow. So when
you know,
is
so
this
we can use it to make it, you know,
When is the
very
competition?
acceptable. Yeah, it's starting from Thursday. Thursday is the arrival.
Okay.
So there will be a welcome dinner for all the teams. On Friday, the matches will start, you know, fully. And
Is
then
it this
by
week, like
Saturday.
tomorrow?
Yeah, it's next
Wow,
tomorrow,
okay,
next
okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
By Friday, the matches will start. And then Saturday, finals will be on Sunday.
Wow.
And the 30th of July. And that happens to be my birthday anyway.
Oh,
You
happy
know, so
birthday.
so people are going to
Please,
go
how
home with
can
that
we
kind
watch
of
this?
money.
We should come to Police College.
Yeah, no. It's the National Stadium.
National Stadium,
Yeah, it's the
okay.
Legacy pitch, National Stadium.
Okay.
I quickly need to add this. You know, one of the things, I told you it's multidimensional.
Yes.
One of the best for me
Yeah.
about above 50, it's, you know, we're using football to appeal to people's consciences. You know, we see people suffer all around us. Poverty is prevalent in the land. But it's just
Yes, I
because
see your
there
heart. I'm a poverty
it's
fighter.
just because too many people's consciences are dead.
Wow.
So we need to let them know. People who should rescue Nigeria have run away from Nigeria. People who should create Nigeria electricity are already in America enjoying electricity. So who is really solving the problems there? So if our conscience will allow us to deal with the issues of the land, there are so many things we do against ourselves. What's a man doing with 2-3 cars in his garage that you're not going to use?
I feel like this
So
is
we're
something-
using football, you know, to preach this and hit their consciences. So when they come on Saturday or Thursday or Friday after training, we gather ourselves and say, what problem are we solving in this community?
This is actually a very commendable project.
Thank you.
And I think anyone who wants more information can check it online.
Yes, it's online, above 50,
Yes,
above
yes.
50 Football Club.
Wow.
The
So-
Instagram handle. But the website is above 50football.com.
Fantastic stuff, I must say. Fantastic stuff. I'm really thrilled about this. I'm counting down the years till I can be 50. Maybe I should start practicing how to play football now. And talking about keeping fit, you need food to stay active, right? I know Winfrey is on standby for that. But first, thank you so much for your time, Doctor.
I'm grateful.
Okay, it's been
Thank
an
you.
interesting conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Winfrey, take it away.
That is a very interesting one. I'm actually looking forward to actually watching it. Maybe I'll actually come over. Amazing. Okay. Chef, I'm still here with Chef. And we're still making our Mongolian rice chicken sauce, right?
Exactly.
Yes, okay. And how far have we gone now? What's happening?
Now we have the basmati rice on the gas.
On the gas,
We're already
okay.
cooking.
Yeah.
So we need to be watching because we don't want it to be too soggy.
Okay.
Just have to be a tender, soft, which
Are we
is okay.
boiling the rice or we're just
It's not actually parboiled. We have to cook to an extent that which is fine.
Which is fine.
It shouldn't be too soggy.
Okay.
So you have to actually cook with a lot of water, then you sieve it out.
Sieve it out.
So in order to achieve that kind of mode.
Okay, amazing.
So now
in the pan.
Exactly. So we have the sesame oils in the pan, in the frying pan already.
Yes.
And we'll be adding the coated chicken.
Okay.
And we will want to fry until it's like golden brown.
Golden brown.
Yeah.
All
On a very low heat.
On very
Yeah,
low.
so that it's to cook. If you use an high heat, that means the body will only be cooked, by the inside will still be raw.
All right. But the meat is boiled now.
Yeah, still, because it's not fully boiled. Like I said, it's just to have a tender touch.
All right.
Exactly.
Amazing. And we're not deep frying. We're
Not
just
deep frying. Exactly.
Okay, amazing. I mean, it's come together already. And yeah, so how long, give or take, how
Let's
much?
say like 10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You want to add more oil to that?
No.
Okay.
You don't need so much oil. Like I said, it's just the sesame oil. It's not like the regular oil we're using.
Yes.
So we just need to fry on a low heat.
On a low heat.
And we just be washing and stirring while it cooks.
Okay, while it cooks. Okay, while we're doing that. So I noticed you also mix something here. So
Okay, so yeah, I'm having to mix the water.
Yes.
Like an half cup of water with corn flour to make it a thickener.
Okay.
So like the thickener or the corn flour is also like an half cup.
Okay.
Then you use an half cup of water to mix that.
So it's same half and half.
Exactly.
And
So
all
if you're
of that.
cooking more, that means we're using 1 cup of corn flour, using 1 cup of water. Exactly.
Okay, and that's all we need for the sauce.
That's all.
And then the brown sugar.
The brown sugar, the spices, and the sauce.
The soy sauce.
Yeah.
So are you cooking with seasoning cube? Because I can't happen to see any.
Okay, yeah, that's the secret of this meal.
tell me
You
this.
actually don't need to
like
add salt or any seasonings.
Oh, nice.
Because the origin of this meal is actually from the Chinese, but I don't know why they are calling it Mongolian.
Yes.
But I had this story about something in 1950-something that happened within the China and the Mongolian that makes them to have this recipe. So you actually just need spice. And what I have here is like rosemary, meat spice, and I think a little bit of parsley.
And okay, a little bit. Did you mix that yourself?
Yes, I mix that myself because I make them myself.
All right, amazing. So the only thing for tasty I can see is the brown sugar. That means the brown sugar is very important.
Exactly. Brown sugar is actually used majorly to cook because they have low tendency in glucose. So it's not actually when you say, you're cooking with sugar, that means I'm going to have a pie. Yes. No, you're not actually going to have a pie because it's actually derived from sugar cane. And we all take sugar cane a lot of times and it doesn't have it. Yeah, it's very healthy. So brown sugar is majorly used for dessert cakes as well and some part of the cooking.
Amazing. Okay, I mean, that's coming together nicely.
Exactly.
All righty. While we actually allow you, Chef, to do all of this, we actually have to go on a quick break because it's the hour of 8 o'clock.
Okay.
We need to take it from the top all over again. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hello and good morning. Hopefully, the first hour of the show was the right thing you needed to set the show right.
Yes,
yeah? What do you think?
Well, I would say that now that you have been recharged, let's charge you up even more. The next 45 minutes is filled with so much content that will boost your day the right way.
That's the plan. We want you to sit tight, enjoy everything that the show has to offer. My name is Titilayo Onyison.
And my name, of course, is Mary Bashua Alimi. Now, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC for all, your posts on social media, across social media, okay? So you can be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television. I like to say that.
Now, if you need to move around, it's fine. You can watch us live from absolutely anywhere. We have a mobile app just for you. You can download the app from Google Play or from iOS, and in the palm of your hands, we'll be right there.
Yes, you can also watch us on GOTV channel 16 and on UHF band 49. So many options.
Of course, as long as you're following us on social media, you will not miss a thing at TVC Connect cross-board. Now for the rest of what we have on the show. Birthday shout-outs. We're always excited to celebrate you and your loved ones, and we're going to be doing that very soon.
Indeed. Now, we also have a performance coming up, okay? This is going to be by Oba Ogunlano. He is an all-round entertainer. He'll be thrilling us to his latest single. We're looking forward to that one. I'm sorry.
And then, not far after that, we'll have Ambassador Dr. Edward Olutoke. We've had him already. I'm so sorry.
That was very interesting.
It actually was.
Really cool stuff. And I think relationship is what we're going to be having now. Yes.
Of course.
So joining us on the couch,
we'll have Olaton Ayola.
Yes.
And she's going to be having a really important conversation with us today. It's actually a part of a series that she started over the past few weeks right here on the couch. You do not want to miss that at all.
Yeah. And finally joining us on the couch is Dracos Volchank. He is one of South Africa's top actors who has worked in over 60 films, television and theater productions, both locally and internationally. We cannot wait to have that conversation with him.
He's actually worked alongside world-class talents like Idris Elba, Naomi Harris. Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom was one of his projects. And he's currently the head of acting for screen at the Ebony Life Academy.
Honestly, it's been a struggle to keep up with the highlights because I've had to keep swallowing saliva.
What's going on?
What's going on in the
food?
kitchen? Yes. I really want to know. Winfrey.
The food.
Winfrey is so into. I don't know what conversation she's having with the chef, but Winfrey, I hope you know that you're planning to sabotage us this morning.
You're already sabotaged. You got it right.
I suspected as much.
So I'm still here with Chef Halal and then Hameen. I say Halal, wow. Chef Hameen, and we're literally putting together the Mongolian rice sauce.
Chicken sauce.
Mongolian chicken rice sauce, okay? And we're literally going in. The rice is ready. Right?
Almost ready.
Almost
Just
ready.
2 minutes more.
All right, our chicken is literally in the pan.
Exactly.
It's getting seared. And of course, what next do we need to do, Chef?
So all we need to do now is just to wait for the chicken to be done.
Yeah.
Then we have to turn this into the sieve.
Yeah,
Bring out the excess of the water. Then we make the sauce in this pan. Then, so like I said, you actually want to have the rice served with the sauce, or you pour the sauce and the rice together. So I think we should just do the mixing together.
Mixing together. Okay, so that's the method we're doing. We're mixing it together today. Amazing. Okay, I actually really love to see you put that all together because I want to see how that soy sauce actually combines with the corn flour. All right, but now before all of that, we literally have to check out what the weather is like. Then we'll be taking birthday showers. Stick with us.
Welcome back. And on Wednesdays, we have our relationship discussions. What are we talking about today? I wonder. We are committed to giving you this segment every single week, but somehow there is a rise and major impact of non-commitment in today's relationships. In 2023, are we actually doing all we can to commit to our partners? That's the question. With us today, we have Olaton Ayola. She is a relationship and marriage counselor. She's a sex therapist, and she's a life coach. She's always been passionate about helping couples live a fulfilling and enriching intimate life. And it's great to have you back on the show. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that word commitment strikes fear into the bones of some people, both on the men and women's side. But as a woman, as women here, I can probably say I've felt a lot of lack of commitment from men in the past. But what do you think the major cause is?
I find out that a lot of men, they don't want to take responsibility because commitment is hard work.
Okay.
Right? And then I find that a lot of people don't want to put in the work because it would take time, your energy, effort. Sometimes it takes money too.
Okay.
And then I say that a lot of people are not willing to. In most cases, men, but in some cases to women, right? It's just easier. They want to take the easy way out to get things done. You want a relationship, but you don't want you want all the goodies attached to the relationship, but you don't want the work that comes with being in a relationship. So yeah.
Essentially, you want to eat your cake
And have it.
And have it too. Now, the cake is always beautiful. It's nicely decorated. You know, it's probably fully packaged. But then the filling, a lot of work goes into filling that cake and making it look that way. And commitment is a journey. But it does feel like a lot of relationships are based on experiences that people have had in the past. Is it possible that it's like a PTSD situation, the stress and trauma from past relationships?
Sometimes. And guess what? In some cases, I've had clients that they've not been in any relationship. It's not because of past experiences, but the past experiences of their friends, their families, or their environment. So their environment has conditioned them to, you know, take the easy way out or to not be committed because they find out that even though it's not their personal experience, it's easier in the long run for them.
So is it truly easier? That term easier, or because in the end there is something they were looking for before starting that relationship in the first place.
Absolutely.
So I think we now have to question, what are people looking for in a relationship if commitment is not part of it?
And that's true, because commitment is one of the underlying factors of a relationship. So when you talk about you want to be in a relationship, it just means that one of the easiest ways to define it is you're telling someone as a man or a woman that you can count on me. So how do you count on your spouse when you're not committed to your spouse?
Okay.
How would that happen? That's almost impossible. So I find out that a lot of people say things that they don't mean. I love you is now very mainstream, right? Without knowing what love is, because love is you being able to be there for the person. So I'm just going to talk about how commitment is you being committed to someone and being there for that person. So I find that in 2023, there are a lot of when my clients come in, they want to be there for their spouse at that time.
Okay.
Just that time. And they're thinking, or with their actions, telling me that if I find a better option, someone nicer, finer, someone
richer.
So the options are still open. So the relationship, you don't even get to enjoy the full potential of the relationship because your options are still open. And that's what non-commitment brings up.
I feel like there are different types of commitment. Now, if, for instance, I'm a business owner, I'm trying to sort of level a relationship in terms of a business. If you're a business owner and you decide to commit to that business, that means you buy the equipment, you get staff, maybe you rent a shop, right?
Yeah.
You commit. But then when you're investing in a business, it's a risk. So if you bring it to the other side when it comes to relationships, it feels like it's very risky to be overly committed. And I feel like a lot of people are running away from that issue of risking their emotions, their mental health, in many cases their finances as well, committing to this other person.
Well, life in itself is a risk. Love is a risk. Deciding to get in your car this morning and come to work was a risk, yes, basically. So, but you wouldn't say that because there's a risk of maybe an accident or something. You wouldn't obviously come to work because you love being here, right? So it depends on what you really want. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with with someone that so first of all, I ask people, why did you get into relationships? They tell me that because I'm lonely. So if you want to stop being lonely, you can't be afraid of commitment, or you can't be afraid of the risk associated with loneliness. For everything, there are advantages and disadvantages. And being committed has more advantages than disadvantages in the long run, right? So I find out that for my clients that have issues with being committed, it's because at the beginning, the main issue was should I say picking or deciding on the right person that they want to be with. That's the main issue. If you at the end of the day end up with the right person, like you're dating, you're married to the right person, the risk is lower, right? But the reason why people are scared is because they're not even sure that they're with the right person. So that's the first thing you need to get clear on.
That's the first place you need to start.
Absolutely.
Make sure it's the right person.
Yeah.
You're investing your time, energy
in the right person.
In the right person.
So the risk is less. And really, there's really no risk when we look at it because love is beautiful.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I have to say a big thank you to you, as always, for coming to talk to us on the show. I know that a lot of people are going to be heading towards your social media handle to maybe ask some questions. And, of course, we appreciate your contributions as well. Please use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and let's get back to you.
Huh? Yeah, I thought so.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
You can't leave.
All right. We are excited this morning. Wow. We have a superstar in the building. With us. Much anticipated conversations about to begin. Mr. Dricus Volskenk is here. Yes. He is one of South Africa's top actors. He's worked in over 60 films, television, theatre productions, both locally and internationally. It's great to have him here.
Definitely. Dricus has also starred in multiple award-winning productions alongside world-class talents Idris Elba and Naomi Harris. Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. He is currently the head of acting screen at Ebony Life Academy.
Yeah, so Ebony Life Academy is well known for churning out amazing talent. I know that our very own Winfrey was in the academy as well. He's the head of the academy right now. Yes. It's great to have you in the building.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, great outfit.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I thought I'll do native.
Really?
Yeah.
It feels really comfortable though, right? Native?
Very comfortable.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah?
And my students made it for me.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It is
yes.
amazing. You're a very, very amazing lecturer yourself.
Thank you so much.
One
yeah.
of the most loved in the whole of Ebony Life.
All right.
It's
so
lovely to be here. Thank you.
Honestly speaking, it's always impressive to see people who have sort of been able to merge different types of art. Now, I know you've been on stage, you've done film, you've done TV. We just recently heard that you were also in Scandal, which is a major series, South African Scandal. But you need to let us in on your version of the contrast between both industries.
You know, it's a very interesting question because they're very different. I believe the South African industry is much smaller than the Nigerian industry. The Nigerian industry is huge. But I think we have more international productions coming to South Africa, and I really think that, I hope that for Nigeria, that international productions would come here more in the future.
Okay, but now if you were to say, yes, you said the industry in South Africa is smaller, but it does feel like the scale of the productions is bigger.
Yeah, they get more money from streaming services than Nigeria, and I hope that'll change in the future. You know what I think is a beacon of hope, as you can say, for South Africa is Cape Town. Cape Town is a magnet for international productions to come and film. It's a beautiful location. It used to be cheap. It's not cheap anymore. Not anymore. But still, it's got sea, it's got mountains, it's got good actors. We have really good actors in South Africa.
And great weather as well.
And great weather. Yeah. Like 8 months of summer every year.
8 months of summer.
And then your break, you can sit on the beach. It's really, really
I mean, it's been a lot of productions, a lot of awards, right, going forward and everything. But I really want to know, right, I think a lot of people want to know as well, where did the journey start from for you? Like, when did you discover that, okay, fine, this is what I want to do, acting, whether it's in front of a camera, directing, and like acting, and of course, I'm teaching acting and all of that. Where did the journey start from for you?
You know, I started in business communication. I studied business communication, and then later had to go and work and earn money to pay for my own acting studies. And then from there on, I just knew I wanted to do it, and I've been very lucky. I've had like a parallel career of working and giving back and working at different film schools on the African continent, which brings us to the Ebony Life Creative Academy.
Of course.
Yeah.
So the dream of the academy, the whole aim of the academy is to churn out amazing production crews and actors and like our very own.
So when I was there, you were actually the head of the acting class. And now you're head of school.
And still the acting, yeah.
You're still the head.
Both.
You're doing both now. So now the question is, how do you handle us? Because I know we're not normal people. I was in production class.
You get used to it. I've been here 2.5 years. I mean, firstly, the Ebony Life Creative Academy is the brainchild of the formidable Mo Abudu.
Yes.
Who is the CEO of the Ebony Life Group. And I mean, we are so privileged to have her open the school. We upskill people. She wanted to bring world-class education to Lagos. And that's what we do. We really do world-class education for free, supported by the Lagos state government, absolutely for free. Nobody pays a thing. It's an 11-week course. We produce 4 films. We have 8 departments. Registration is open for 3 more weeks for our last intake for the year.
Okay.
Please, if you think you want to be an actor or you want to be a writer or a sound person or art director, you are welcome. We are ready for you.
I can't wait to see what you churn out this time. Whenever the short films come out, everybody's supposed to, I think, vote for them, I think.
Of course, yeah.
Sort of vote online to see which is the best. Interesting stuff, really.
Yeah, it's a great experience.
It definitely is. So now, talking about the awards now, walking alongside superstars like Elba now, it seems like you've actually experienced acting in film in different industries. Now, talk about South Africa and Hollywood. Now you're in the Nigerian space. Maybe not necessarily in... Have you been in a Nigerian movie?
Yes, I did Eleshin Oba.
Eleshin Oba.
Yes, Eleshin Oba and A Sunday Affair, which is both on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Both Ebony Life.
Yes,
films,
yes, very true,
And
very
really,
true.
so if you
What
wanna
has the
watch it-
experience been like? Now, what would you say the experience has been like working on all of this movie sets across different countries?
You know, I think it also depends on the production company,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like, if you can work in Nigeria with a production company and it's total chaos, and then you work with somebody like Ebony Life Films and it's a completely different ball game and everything is well organized. But I've also seen now you can work on the most... filmmaking is problem solving.
It is.
It's problem solving. If you work on a international production in Cape Town or in Lagos. It's hard. Filmmaking is hard. It's not easy.
Is that for
A lot of people
It's
just
not for the weak.
assume that it's easy. Even there was a time when parents wouldn't let young people go and do things like theatre arts because they assumed it was the easy way out. Like they were considered the lazy students. But now we're beginning to see that is not the case. But I want to touch a little bit on people you respect in the industries, the 2 industries. In South Africa, the people you've worked with that you really had fun working with, and right here in Nigeria as well.
You know, of course, in South Africa, there's a... You know what's nice about South Africa? We have a very well-oiled, like I said earlier to you, we've got, I think, 12 running daily telenovelas.
Wow.
So it puts a lot of food on a lot of tables.
Wow.
And that employs not only actors, but crew. So you do your rounds in soap operas that we call them.
Yeah.
Every, I mean, 12 running soaps is... thousands of people working. So I appreciate those people a lot because it's not easy. It's a 7 to 7 job every day.
Wow.
And that's where most actors get their training, you know. To shoot 16 scenes a day is not easy.
Goodness me.
It's not easy. 12 to 16, it's like a sausage machine. You start, and that's what I try to teach the young actors as well. You know, learning lines is a skill, it's a muscle. You have to work hard to do that. And of course, Ebony Life in Lagos. I've worked with them, and that's been really an amazing experience for me.
Yes,
and just working for the group itself, it's...
All right. So I feel like Nigerian students have a special skill. There's just something different about Nigerian actors. We have seen them go out into Hollywood and blossom.
Yes.
Over the past few years, have you seen any really bright young stars you have really high hopes for?
I think that's what really attracted me to come to Lagos, you know.
Okay.
I think there's so much talent in Lagos that's not been, like, developed and nurtured, because talent is not enough. You need to develop talent. If you can develop talent, I think that's why I'm here.
Okay.
That's why I'm the head of the academy. We take talent and we nurture it and we develop it. You know, you need training. Training is such... Nobody can take it away from you.
Yeah.
Nobody can take good training away from you, and you have it forever.
Yes, I'm seriously considering coming back for that acting class.
You are always
really
welcome. It's like I say, nobody can take it away from you.
Nobody can take it away from you. Very true. And now the question I have for you is that now we're looking at, I mean, the Nollywood space, a lot is happening there, even with film around the world, right? And then again, everything that Ebony Life is doing, I feel is magnificent. Now, what would you say the impact will be in the film industry 5 years, 10 years from now?
Yeah.
That's such a good question, because I don't think... I just wanted to say this, like, I get actors phoning me now, like that started in the first intake, and they say, "Oh, I only understand what you said now because I'm on set now, and now I understand it." And just to get back to your question, I don't think we'll see the difference in the daily job that we're doing with the academy at the moment, but in 5 or 10 years' time, they are the revolution. So Nollywood should watch out. The younger generation is coming, and they're well trained and they're good.
We're going to be heading over to a clip of yours in a second. I wanted to touch on the actors' strike, or rather the writers' strike in Hollywood right now. What's your thoughts on that?
You know what? People always... The first question all the actors in the class said is like, but they're all earning so much money and they're earning more money than us. But they forget that 99% of actors and writers in Hollywood, they're not the 1%ers that we know, you know, that earns 20 million for a film. Like, they are actors that do B grade and C grade and D grade movies that are brilliant films, and especially the AI thing is, I mean, that's a complete new interview, because that's one of the reasons they're striking, the actors especially, is that some of them are being used as AI without their permission. Wow. And we don't know where that conversation is going to go in the next 10 years. All right. If we're replaceable or not. That's the big question.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah. But at this point, let's check out some of his work one more time, and when we come back, we'll be in the kitchen.
Wel, meneer. En wat het ons zien?
Middag, kaptein. Ons te vinnig gery.
All right. Woo! Fantastic food. Winfrey, talk to us about what the chef has been up to.
So we've been here, hard at work with Chef Amin right here. And he put together this rice, Mongolian chicken rice, right? And we'd like for you to try it out and tell us exactly what you think about it.
Yes,
Can I try?
Yes, have a taste.
You have the pepper, am I right?
Yes, he has the pepper.
I will literally die.
No, you will not.
That's what I'm not used to yet in Nigerian pepper.
I don't think it's too much. Chef, tell us what it is.
Okay, we actually have a little bit of spices, no salt, no seasonings, because that's the natural origin of the food. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right then.
Very much.
Not bad.
Thank you.
Nice, awesome.
Thank you.
Those are the responses we were looking forward to. The chef is smiling, the guests are smiling. There's water right there in case you need it.
No.
Just so you know, we've had an amazing fun show today, especially because of you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Chef.
You're welcome.
We're going to be back again 7 a.m. tomorrow morning right here. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.